Alright, this is how I service my bars. What we got here today is a Carlton 28-inch speed tip, 3/8 pitch, 50 gauge, steel mount bar. This came off my 372. I'm just going to go through and clean it up, and I'll show you how all I do it. Get you a paper towel. Alright, let's go over, wipe it all off, get all the crud off of it. A lot of pitch on this bar, and you could take some gas or even a file or something like that, screwdriver, scrape the pitch off. I'm not going to do it. Just wipe the bar all down, everything. Get you an old file, just a regular round file, and go and file the end way down to where it's real tiny to fit in the bar groove, and then you can clean the grooves with that, and just clean all the grooves out. Run it through there a couple times, make sure the oil hole's cleaned out, go up to the top and the tip and run it through the tip. There's always a little bit up there. Flip it around, do the other side. Doing this will make your bar last a lot longer, keep from getting any crud in there and not getting oil to it. Get that all cleaned out, run back over the rails. Put it in the vise. Careful not to pinch your rail. This is a preferred, it's a bar rail, not a grinder, but it's a file. It's actually made for cleaning up snowboards, the edges on snowboards, I guess. But it works really good. They advertise it for chainsaw bars, but just get it in a vise, run it over, it'll square the edges up. Really kind of work towards the back of it, the bar here, to get a loose chain. That's where you get a lot of wear on it. You'll get some pretty good lips on it. That knocks the lip down. Flip it over, do the other side. This will make your bar last longer, make it cut better and everything. It's good to maintain your bar, not just the saw. Be careful not to take too much and just get the lip off. Don't be grinding all of it off if you can. Slowly wipe your bar. And that's good that I got the lip all off of it. And then what you want to do is take it out of the vise, put it on edge like this, get you a file, and go along the edges here. And there's always just a little bit of a lip. Always, if you do a lot of lemon, it'll be at the tip, and then it'll always be at the back too. And just run over it. You don't even have to run over it. There's not really any on this bar. It's pretty new. Just run over it, knock any of it off, do both sides. You can go up to the tip here and look at the tip with the dresser, the bar rail dresser. You can't really get the tip. You can put this back in a vise towards the tip and file the lip on the tip a little bit. There's a little bit on this one. Try not to get the sprocket teeth on here. Try to miss those. Knock that down and do both sides. Make sure where the bar and the actual tip meet, make sure those are even so they run smooth. That's about all. I grease my bars when I don't grease them all the time. Usually the only time I ever grease them is if I'm doing this or working on my saw. Grease them, get you your file again, and clean out your tip holes. A little small. A knife works good for that, or air compressor, but I don't have my nozzle over here. Just clean that out. There's always a little sawdust in there. And push some sawdust back down in it. Get a bar tip greaser. This is a cheap one from Husqvarna. It comes with saws. You can get the nice big fancy ones. Grease it. I usually do 2 pumps. And then I flip it over and do the other side too. Really, you just need to do 1. That didn't work. Get your paper towel, wipe the grease off, if you're picky like me. I usually go and turn the tip and run some grease into it, and then whatever's left, wipe the excess off. And that's how I do mine. That bar's ready to go. It's all square. Everything's blown out, cleaned up. The rails are all nice and smooth. Even after you dress the rails, you can run your pick back through it, kind of knocking the shavings out that are in there and everything. I also like to go through with my air compressor, have the tip facing towards me, and blow all the way out to here, both sides, and blow my oil holes out real well, and all that. It's just an extra step I like to do. Like I said, this is how I do mine. You take it to a saw shop, they'll dress it way better. You can compress these rails, they will spread. This is the new enough bar, they haven't done it yet. There's no play to put side to side play in it yet. The way you can test that is you take a straight edge, put your chain on there, and if you want the straight edge to sit up against there and you want it to be at an angle, you want it just to be at a little bit of an angle. If it's just flush up and down against the chain, that means there's too much slop in it and it's just pushing the chain over and keeping up with the bar. Because if you look at a Powersaw chain, they're offset. You have a right cutter, left cutter. You just want to put it right on a cutter, and if it sits at an angle, it's not too far walled out, but if it sits flat up against it, it means your chain's got too much lean in the side to side on it. This has been a really good bar. Like I said, it's a still mount. You gotta have the adapter on my 372, but it's a good bar, and I haven't had any issues with it. And it is a good bar. I paid, I don't know, $60 for it, and it's just like, it's just like a Windsor. It is a Windsor bar, just Carlton bottom, and they branded Carlton speed tip versus Windsor speed tip. Same tip, everything. And Windsor bars are good bars. Are just as good as Oregon or Canon or Woodland Pro or Still or anyone like that. They're really good bars. I really like this, but that's how I do mine, and I've had good luck, and that's how I do all my 32, 28, and 20s, whatever. But that's how I do all mine. But thanks for watching.